Hey everyone, National Master Sean Lei here, and in today's episode, we're going to be doing the 30th episode of the Speedrun account. Now, I know you guys have been wondering where I've been for the last week. Well, in case you guys were wondering, some guy messaged me, he thought I was dead. I'm not dead, and I'm quite still alive today, and the reason why is because I've just been very busy the last 2 weeks due to midterms, U of T ears, always gets you. Alright, let's just get straight into the video. Alright, so, what opening? Let's play e4. Let's see what our opponent does. Ooh, Sicilian. I like my delayed Alapin. Oh, we might go into a French instead. Oh, nope, we're going to a normal Alapin. Now, these variations are very boring, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, knight c3. The idea is if he captures here, I capture with my knight. The main moves here are like here, you could capture. Alright, so now I can capture here, and opponent can capture both ways, or I can capture here. Which way do I want to do, though? I think this is the simpler variation in which you just take there. It's the simplest variation, so we go for the simplest variations. That's what I'm known for, playing simple chess to win games. Alright, my opponent is thinking. Interesting. It's to be expected. If I play bishop here, queen b4 back. Nope, that's all good. It's bishop here. He just captures, I capture back. If he doesn't, I can capture, and then the pawn structure is not in my opponent's favor there. Now we just cackle, make sure a king is safe, get rook e1 in, or queen e2. I like queen e2 a little bit better than rook e1 because who knows, the rook maybe wants to go somewhere else. Alright, so he's trying to get the bishop on b7. Makes sense. Let's play a5. Maybe get this move in, maybe bishop a3, get our bishop on a pretty nice diagonal, maybe he gets worried, maybe he plays a5. Yeah, this move I don't like by him. Now this becomes an easy target for me to attack on b6. Also, he's not ever playing b5. Yeah, this is just a big weakness. He can't, like this is just not good for my opponent. Let's just say that. Alright, let's just play bishop d3, get our bishop to a nice square. We can't play bishop a3 anymore, which is unfortunate, but we can take this pawn, which is fortunate. Yeah, I think we just take it. A free pawn is a free pawn. A pawn is a pawn is a pawn. Taking free pawns are good. By the way, my opponent here is not the strongest opponent. He's 1861, so it is weaker than our previous week's players so far. Alright, let's just play bishop back there. Just say, hey, let's just trade pieces. My opponent says no. Alright, I guess let's try to force it then. Hey, let's trade pieces, my friend. If you don't, I will capture your bishop for free, and that's not something you want. So, please be inclined to capture me. He says, I'm going to try to cheapo you. Please take my bishop with your knight so he can checkmate on h2. But I don't think he is aware I can capture this way. But the question is, what do I do after pawn f6, which is a little bit annoying. What if I just play bishop? If I play here, let's just capture this way, whatever. Like, this can't be good for my opponent here. Now I can play bishop a3. Yeah, let's play bishop a3. Looks cool. Basically it just lures the queen to this place where I can take on e6. He has to capture me, I believe. I mean, if he doesn't capture me, I take his rook on f8. Though it seems to me he wants me to take his rook on f8, which is interesting. I mean, I'll take it. How much time do I have? Oh, I have a minute 16, which is more than I expected, so this is pretty good. Alright, so he takes there, which makes sense, because I have 2 pieces under attack now, which is no good. I guess I gotta protect one of them. Let's take this way. Did I mess up here? Probably there was something I could have played, but this should be still winning, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just take on g7, just open up his king. But is my king the one getting opened up? That's the real question. Yeah, let's just capture this way. It's whatever. Up in exchange. Up in exchange is good enough to win. Alright, especially if he does this. Alright, now we just gotta play fast and we can win the game. His king is way too exposed. He's down in exchange, and he's everything. Down everything. I mean, he's down a rook too, which is no good. Down this pawn as well. Everything's falling apart for my opponent. Who knows? Maybe I'll allow my rook to go here and then win his knight as well. I'll get to take everything. So that's the first game. Alright. This one is against a stronger opponent, 1966. Let's play a Philidor. Go back to our roots. My opponent's confused. He's spending a couple seconds here, which means a couple seconds to my advantage. You'll find this advantage when you're playing against a lot of strong people. They don't know what to do against this opening, so they think for a little bit in the opening, which gives you a pretty good advantage. Now, if they capture there, that's no good, as you guys know. It's no good indeed. Bishop b4 variation, we just talked about it in our last Philidor video, which was just going to take on c3. Take on c3. Yep, take on c3. Now, we're not going to take here, because rook e1, there are some issues there. He's going to play queen e2, but that's what we want him to play, or rook e1 doesn't really matter. We get a knight queen here, knight b6. We're just going to take advantage of our opponent's weaknesses over here on the queen side, and we will be happy. Alright, let's just play this. We're going to play a5, just to keep the weakness on a4 stuck there forever. Ooh, he forces us to move our queen first. I mean, it's whatever. We just moved the pawn. We wanted to move this pawn too anyways in these openings, so there's not much to be worried about here. Oh, is that a free pawn as well I can capture? That is a free pawn I can capture as well. Now he plays this. I can play a6, kick that bishop. Yeah, let's just kick the bishop. Might play here, maybe. No. Now, can I just capture this pawn? It looks a little bit risky, but this is where you would have to calculate some things, but I think it's fine. I get b5 too, right? And he can't take on c5 because I just move knight takes c5. So we are up a pawn, and if we get like b5, c4, it's just game over for my opponent here, right? So, can I play c4 to begin with? No, I think I have to play this first. If he plays that, then I push. But then what if he takes? It's a little bit annoying. I want to play b5, but it might not be optimal here. Actually, no, b5 is fine. b5 is fine. If he plays here, I think I have bishop d7. That's what I calculated. Alright, he just does not care. I guess I can play pawn here now. Oh no, I cannot play pawn there because his queen's invading my position, which is no good. Alright, let's just play bishop here. Let's pin him. Maybe we just take, just to simplify the position a little bit. Yep, we just capture here. Make sure our pieces are not hanging. Alright, let's play rook here. Trade off pieces. Make sure we don't lose on time. My opponent has two bishops against my two knights, but I like my pieces a lot better than my opponent probably likes his own. Let's play queen there. Yeah, make sure all my pieces are defended. Make sure I don't blunder anything. Alright, let's get this pawn up here. Wait, we can capture on c3. That's a free piece. Free pawn. And I do like free pawns, because that also gives me this pawn to pressure as well. Alright, we capture both ways. Now we have the open file. Open file is very good. He wants to be annoying. What can we do? Do we just play rook d6? No, I cannot play rook d6. Let's just play queen here. Solidify advantage on this file. Can't stop us. Ooh, I guess he's trying to go rook there now, which is a little bit annoying actually. B5, I guess, is forced. Ooh, this is no good. Whatever. We just move back. Let him play his queen, rook d3, this is a good move by my opponent. I didn't see it. It attacks there and also forces rook d3. So that way he can take and then take the pawn on e5, which is a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. Oh, he takes that way. I think he needs to take the rook first, so that way he can take on e5, right? Ooh, unless he's trying to checkmate me. Now if I play here, looks a little bit dangerous, but I should be fine. Let's just do it. Alright, so let's bring this over here. No checkmate by my opponent because his bishop's garbage. The bishop is garbage, therefore there's nothing to worry about there. We just need to be worried about our time. Let's get our knight back into the game. When you're looking at a position, you can always determine how good your position is based off your worst piece, and that knight was my worst piece, so I need to bring him to a better square. Either these two squares, maybe this square as well. I just need to bring these pieces to good squares, and if I can do that, my position should be advantageous. Yeah, this game should be in the bag if I play it properly. That's a big if. But I believe in myself, so. Alright, let's play rook there. Always get myself into time trouble, but should be fine in this one. Oh, oops, I kind of blundered the f6 pawn. See if my opponent sees it. He does not. Alright, let's just play h5, just get something going. Get my king a safe square as well. Let's play knight here as well. Play knight there. You can check me, I play king h7. Yeah, king h7. Alright. Yep. Let's just move these pieces to good squares. Alright, he lets me take there. It's no good for my opponent, and we won that game. Alright, that was very nice. We just got a pretty big advantage for early on because we knew the opening better than our opponent. And, well, what else is there to say? Alright, so let's play Banco. My opponent's playing this suboptimal variation here, in which he moves his queen a whole bunch of times and gives black, well, an early game advantage here because I have just had more development. Okay, so when I see this position, I just think, oh, how can I punish this? Because there's no way these pawns are very good here. Now I'm just thinking of some way, but can't really think of one, actually. Maybe if I play bishop there, there is possibilities he can be a little bit annoying with f5 variations in the future, but well, let's go for something like this. Oh, I should have played b6. I actually like b6. Okay, let's play h5. Make sure he can't play g4. He can still play f5, which is annoying. But it is what it is. A6, b5. A6, b5 is the usual in these positions, so let's just go for it. If I play knight here, we might be in a little bit trouble if you play something like knight g5, but I think it's fine. Yeah, because the idea is we're just bringing our pieces to this side of the board and just be chill. We have a strong center here. Huh, he just pushes f5. It's interesting. Didn't consider this one. Oh, I guess because he can take on h5 when everything is said and done. Alright, let's just capture it. Let's capture it this way. Yep, he captures on h5. Alright, let's play knight over here. Yeah, my king's a little bit exposed, which is no good, but we make do with what we have. I didn't play this opening right. I should have spent a little bit more time thinking in the opening, but it is what it is. But yeah, this square is a little bit weak, so I need to protect it a little bit because my light squares are bad. Because I don't have my light square bishop anymore, which makes sense. We're attacking this pawn over here. Alright, let's just take it. Don't see any threats by my opponent, so we'll take this guy. Guess he's going to play like bishop g5 or something. Ooh, he plays there. Let's play e6, actually. e6 kind of strengthens my light square weaknesses. Weakens the dark squares a little bit more, but I have a dark square bishop, so that's not to be worried about. Alright, so he plays this. It allows me to take here. And then he allows me to take here. But I guess he can't even take there because pawn captures. I think he just blundered a couple pawns there, which is not good by my opponent whatsoever. And I'm feeling pretty good about this position, to be honest. The light squares are still extremely weak, which is not a good thing for sure. But could be worse for sure. Alright, he's attacking f5, so let's play here. Attack his bishop. Yeah, let's just do this, attack his bishop. Alright, he plays there because his idea is he wants to take a check, but this is fine for me because I get to move my king to a dark square, which my king is safe now because I have a dark square bishop while my opponent does not. I have more pawns, and this g file becomes quite useful for me too, to attack my opponent. Where are you going to move the bishop? Oh, I guess his rook is under attack as well. I didn't even notice that one. But, yeah, the rook is under attack. His bishop's under attack. Everything's under attack. Wonder what he's thinking right now. He's probably maybe queen f2, create some ruckus. But since the dark squares are strong, I don't see anywhere where he can force a perpetual. This is a type of position where controlling one color square is good enough, because he doesn't have any knights that can control both color squares, so as long as I control the dark squares, like, he can't really checkmate me. He's in some trouble now. That's why he's taking so long. Should have thought before, you know, in that critical position, because now that everything's hanging, you know, it's going to be hard for him to defend. Alright, let's just take that one. Alright, he's bringing his pieces in. I'm just going to defend. He's going to play g4, I think. g4 looks a little bit spooky, but not really, because I can take down here. My king is actually pretty well defended here, so I like that. Alright, do I check here? Yes, I do. He will block. I check over here, and that looks pretty good. Alright, let's check. Alright, let's check here. Just trying to find a way to make sure I can trade off queens or something nice like that. Let's check over here, because that forces king over here, right? And when that happens, we trade off pieces and we win the game. It's as simple as that. Alright, now we just move the king. My opponent is a little bit spooked, I suppose. Alright, now we just convert this game to an easy victory. He plays rook there, free capture. Yep, as predicted. Now, how did I know my opponent was going to make that blunder? Because I probably would have made that blunder. So, it's all experience, my friends. Alright, so let's just promote to a queen, let him have his extra pawn, because if he has a pawn, that way I know he can never really get stalemated, so. Alright, so that's a win over there. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's 3 games. We had some pretty simple games, no exciting, like, oh, 1 second left on the clock, but I felt like these were decent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to press that like and subscribe button. Again, thank you so very much for all your continued support. I'm actually really surprised people are actually enjoying these videos because, I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys again. I'll see you guys in the next one.